superstars, employees, and executives.
The first thing that
I just made it!
It's about damn time.
Amen!
I literally touched everybody in the stage.
For everybody that's seeing this for the first time. Oh, wait.
It's horrible, you guys.
Peyton's new thing is Dennis the Man.
Bill Belichick.
I almost did a fuck up.
We ended on wrestling, and then you bring in that shit. That's just how the fan goes off the damn rails. Brilliant, brilliant.
Merry Christmas Eve! Eve, that is. Boys and girls, welcome to the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media's special presentation on this December 23rd of Open Mic Night. Now, as I am live going around the world to deliver the toys to all the good boys and girls around the world, I, of course, cannot be there in person, so I now bring to you our host for the evening, the Renegade himself, J. Williams! Ho, ho, ho!
Thank you very much, Santa. Welcome to this special edition of Open Mic Night. And we have our panel here joining us this evening. We have the simple man, Noah Foster. We have Charlie Hebert. We've got special guests. Big Baller G is in the house. We've got the real elf, supposedly, Josh Mansfield. And it looks like Jeff is having technical difficulties. He was there, and now he's not there, and hopefully he'll get back there sooner rather than later.
It is what it is. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
I don't know what the hell. Clearly the phones. Okay, so this has been a day, but it's over, and we're going to start the show right. And I already screwed up by not. Thank you, Santa, for starting the show right, because Lord knows the real Jeff can't do it.
Yes. Gabrielle, hello. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you, too. We've got Zach in the house saying, let go.
That is, baby, to do it.
Kedrick Jones, what up, guys? Apparently, Zach is the king of Bourbon Street. I don't know, man. You got to get us back on those TVs at the club.
Right?
To get that name going again.
According to his status, he's leaving Bourbon Street and going back home, so we may have to be in a different part of the country after the first of the year.
Hey, as long as we're still on TVs.
I mean, that's fair.
Yes. Thank you, Daniel. I was going to get to that. There are no wrestling topics tonight unless one gets super chatted. We will address something if there's a super chat for a wrestling topic, but we are just talking Christmas this evening. This is going to be a little bit different for some of us. I know Noah is kind of dreading today, stepping out of his wheelhouse. But I have a really good feeling tonight. It's going to be a good one.
Yes,
we've been hyping it to you guys for the last month or so. We have the Wheel of Carols. A $5 super chat will get a spin of the Wheel of Carols, and then we will make fools of ourselves.
Oh, yes.
By singing along to the song that comes up on the wheel.
You got a super chat?
Darren, we don't mean Santa. Santa was already on at the start of the show. This is Jeff. Why are we confused?
We've got a few different songs on there right now that are in the public domain.
Yes.
So they will be a cappella. That way we don't get copyright pinged. If we do decide to change things up, some songs get deleted from the wheel, we may do some interpretive performances. Things like James's Morgan Freeman may make an appearance. I may be doing some Bill Shatner. Some stuff to kind of mix things up and have some fun, because that's what the holidays is all about.
Yes.
Family, friends, and fun.
The 3 Fs.
So who's ready here, gentlemen?
Hey, you know what? The fact that we had a Christmas show and we still started with Josh saying F. Bill Belichick and Jesse popping her pussy. Let's do the thing, kids. Let's do the thing.
Woo! I'm not gonna lie. I contemplated going back to the intro for tonight because I felt like those two things being uttered on a Christmas show might put us all on Santa's naughty list.
Right.
Yay, spins!
We are starting already. Here we go.
Sing!
No, Noah didn't even get a chance.
Noah
to say
was
hello.
like, I've never seen Noah like look with so much dread. He was like, oh God, it's gonna happen, isn't it? He's like, please heed my advice, please. Please care for your
Yapper
Please
is so
donate more to
clapped
make
about
us
this
sing.
tonight.
I love to sing.
This
I love Christmas songs.
this is gonna be good. I'm
Oh, another one.
Yay!
wow.
Here we go. Hey,
Okay, so hang on,
that
hang
one
on.
has to be for me.
Okay,
Go,
hold on.
baby!
Before we get carried away, we got to do this one at a time.
Yeah.
for start.
And while Janie's bringing the wheel up, you get a spin. You don't get the choice.
Yes.
The wheel is random, so we appreciate OJ Simp. Asking for a particular song. If it's in the wheelhouse, if it's in the wheels library, we will land on it. We'll see.
I was going to say, as things start to get eliminated, one of the interpretive things can be James doing Band-Aid if that happens to come up. But
I did
right
make a deal with OJ that I would do it. So what I'll do is I'll sing whatever's on the wheel and then do an improv of whatever he freaking suggested, because I don't know the lyrics. So.
But again, let's make sure we stick to what we discussed off air, guys. Stick to the wheel. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Keen Mike X sent in $10 for 2 spins. So let's do spin number 1 for him first.
the wheel of misfortune for Noah spins round and round. Where it stops, Noah doesn't care. He doesn't want to do this.
Yay!
There we go.
There we go.
All right, so we've got Joy to the World for our first song. Everybody has the lyrics that I sent in the group chat, yes?
I'm trying to, I know the worst Joy to the World anyway, but I'll go. There we go.
Well, I know. Remember, I didn't send them because we didn't know the words. I sent them because we're only doing part of the song. We're not going to sing all 12 parts of the 12 Days of Christmas the first time it comes up.
Not at once. No.
We're going to break this up a little bit. So I'll count to 3, and then we can all kick off Joy to the World. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Joy to the world, Lord has let us receive the King. Let every heart room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
This is the most out of sync.
Okay, we're done now. We're done. Okay, we're done. No more. We're done.
Acapella in history.
God, it's the first spin.
So hang on. Okay, so 2 things. First of all, Colin Andrew was spot on with Chipmunks Christmas. That's the best damn thing ever. Second of all, that sounded like the book version of the Hogwarts students singing at the beginning. I think it was the 3rd book, where Dumbledore's conducting and everybody stops song at a different time. That was tremendous, y'all. Good job. Thank you for that. That was great.
That was so bad. It was good.
Yay! I love it.
We're
Noah.
on Champions with Muscles status
Yeah, I was
right now.
about to say, Noah, I heard you sing it over there. You sang pretty good.
Yeah, Noah, you sang beautifully. What's the hesitation, brother?
Come on, buddy.
Don't sing.
Simple man just sang.
Come on, man. I can't be the only great voice in here. I know you can sing good.
I haven't sung like a singer since 8th grade, dude.
You got this, brother. Come on,
Hey,
right,
we gotta get the second one totally to Noah now.
Hell no! You wanna go that far? All right, people, I dare you. Super chat $25 and I'll do a damn solo. I dare you.
All right, there we go.
The gauntlet's thrown down.
Ain't nobody big balling tonight.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, King Mike X. Because I'm in a choir. I have multiple masses tomorrow I have to sing for. This is my jam.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's
all right,
JJ. Second spin.
Yes. Watch this.
Oh my God.
What did?
Yes!
Oh, another-
One of my favorites.
Bloody heck.
We're butchering all the Jesus songs first. Just want to throw that out there.
We are, yeah. Let me get.
Let's get him out of the way.
That's right. All right, here we go.
All right, hold on. I gotta get my thing up.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Also.
What? We have to get things
Is
about
everyone ready?
Yes.
right.
I'm still trying to find that. I don't know why I can't. Find
Okay,
it.
no worries. Let me know when everyone's got the lyrics in front of them.
It's Jingle Bells, right? Yeah.
No,
No, it's
Harold
Herald Angels.
Oh,
It's hard.
how? Huh.
Because it landed on Hark the Herald Angels.
Okay. Then.
Is everyone ready?
No,
Yes.
But I'll try. Go ahead.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Hark the herald angels sing,
Glory
to
to
the
the
morning.
Peace
Peace
on
on
earth and
mercy
mercy, smile
on
of God,
God,
with
with
reconciled.
Joyful
Nations rise, join
with angelic hosts
proclaim,
proclaim,
Christ
Christ
is
is
born
born
in
in
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory
Glory
to
to the
the
newborn
Oh my god. That was
King.
Yeah.
And no, that
right.
wasn't me laughing at us. That was me laughing at Big G Super Chat.
Wait, what are you talking? Wait, what are you talking?
Throw it up, throw it up, throw it up.
Solo time, baby.
But we still have to get to the other $5 chat first.
Yes, there was another.
How dare you?
The one from
Busting
OJ.
my
Simpson.
balls over this, man! You gotta be kidding me! What?
Oh my God.
It feels like Christmas.
My night's made already. We did my two favorites on there, so my night's made already.
My okay, you know what? I'm trying to stay Christmas, but I'm really hot in this hat. So give me a second here, y'all.
Yeah,
No
blame
worries.
you, bro.
I need a minute to get the tears out of my eyes from laughing.
Seriously?
Us fat guys can't do hats, bro.
No, well, no, I am a hat guy. I just need to do Santa hats. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah,
Oh
the
my
furry
God.
hats make us hotter.
Which is why Santa does the cameos, not JM. Anyway,
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
that should be on there too. That's a great song by the Gallon. Anyway.
Noah, never tempt me. Never tempt me.
Especially calling him out saying nobody's a big baller out here. Like, dude.
Yeah, we have Big Baller G here. What do you mean, Noah?
Oh,
And I have gone through this a couple of videos. I thought for sure he only rolls in plastic, budget friendly.
Okay. All
Damn
right.
it, Big G!
Let's see what comes up
freaking
for.
We still have another spin, right?
Yeah,
Let's
Yes,
see what
we
comes
have
up
the
for
spin
OJ
for
besides
OJ.
his request.
So this is for was it OJ Simpson?
OJ.
So
Yeah,
Yes.
so we have to do that spin. And then you were going to. The song he's asking for, James, is Do They Know It's Christmas?
Oh God, that song.
You just he put the wrong thing.
Oh no, then I can't. Not on the holidays, man. Good dark humor and stuff, but no.
Oh.
I can
that
sing.
song.
I will sing Africa by Toto.
Fudge.
But in a way,
Right.
that's.
Oh my God, we're 20 minutes in. We got two.
God.
Let Jay spin the wheel, y'all. Jesus. Please be one I know can do better.
That spin was brought to you by Big Lots. 15%
Right.
off today.
Big lots.
All right, now.
All right.
About now.
So
Okay.
the way we're going to do the 12 days is that one is going to stay on the wheel until we get through all 12 days.
Right.
Since there's 6 of us on the panel, each of us will get 2 days for Christmas.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay?
Dude,
Just
what-
to make things easy, we'll go in order that we are in the side panel. So I'll get days 1 and 7. Noah will get 2 and 8. James will get 3 and 9. G will get 4 and 10. Josh will get 5 and 11. And Jeff will get 6 and 12.
who hates that song more than anybody. But okay, I get the good ones anyway.
Well, considering Josh has the best voice and is definitely demonstrating it, he should get the 5 golden rings anyway.
That's fair. That's fair.
I agree.
All right, so.
All right, Jay.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Boom, boom.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So just remember your numbers as we come back through, because as we start to get to 2 turtle doves, you're going to have to jump in with your parts as it comes back through the countdown. So.
Okay. So to be clear, when we get to me, I'm not singing the entire verse. I'm going 6.
You're doing on the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6
pieces of land, and then Josh is
Josh does his 5.
I like that. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay.
So, all right. We got that. Now we get Noah's solo.
So
if he gets the 2nd day of Christmas, then that's fine anyways, because that would be his number. But
I hope it's that. Just one line. Oh, Big G. This will not go unpunished. Mark my. Oh, God.
Oh, this is a fun one.
Up on the house stop. Or house top. Screwed it up. Yay!
Yeah. What? Oh, boy.
This portion brought to you by the COVID test in the lower third.
You're right. Do you know how it sounds, Noah?
I think so.
Okay.
If it sounds like that, we're all in trouble.
Oh, God, Lord help me. I better get all this super chat. Screw YouTube algorithm.
Okay, well, considering my channel's the only one monetized, I will do my best to get it to you in a timely manner, bro.
That's okay.
Keep in mind, I get paid the 21st of the following month, because I am getting paid this time, so at least there's something.
All right. Here we go.
Play. Up on the housetop, reindeer's paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys, all full of little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
Yay!
That's not happening ever again.
Let's not double dog you in the chat room no more, because seriously, they already called your. I mean, to be fair, he's on the air. So
he's on the air, all right.
I called your bluff, Noah.
Yeah, you
did. He sure did.
No double down. No double down. All right, get back on routine.
all right. So that was good times.
James, don't clip that.
I'm totally
Jay.
Oh, that's got to be part of the highlight show. Bro.
Oh, please.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
All right.
Tone deaf Joey Styles in a headset.
Next time, well, now we got to do a Joey Styles interpretive for you.
Oh, God.
All together. Well, just
you can't put... What you do to... You can't put carols and wrestling in the same... Oh, for the love of Pete.
That's true.
Actually, Noah, you can go on YouTube after we get off the air and look up Roddy Piper's 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, my Jesus. Yes.
Because that is some of the best stuff ever.
And that stops the wrestling conversation.
And honestly, if YouTube has been cleared thanks to the lawyers of WWE, it's definitely on the Peacock app, because it's the first clip on the Seasons Beatings thing they put out recently. So it is viewable wherever you go.
Right.
Are you okay over there, Noah?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
He'll live.
Damn it.
I would gladly volunteer to do a solo, but guys got to donate for that.
Yeah.
I'm not free.
Yeah.
I'm not cheap.
You know what? Listen, $25 and I'll sing like David Drake.
I mean, you know what? That's a fair bar. Noah threw out 25, so anybody wants to put in 25 and have any of the other 5 of us do a solo song, you preverts, Yes, that's fine.
Don't
I got in trouble
designate
last
me.
night for not finishing my sentences last night, so it's
Yeah, you know.
Don't designate me. That's all I gotta say.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
Noah's out for the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. No soul efforts are done. Yeah, that's
while we wait for more super chats potentially to come in, we're going to kick off the show with some discussion. Let me see here. I had the run sheet. Let me see if I can find it because everything kind of got lost in the group chats.
as it do.
Okay, Christmas songs.
Ah, yes.
That's what we were going to kick it off with. As we are here singing,
Yes.
we're going to have a little bit of discussion about some Christmas songs. Noah, since you just had that illustrious solo, we'll turn it over to you. I mean, being a man who attends church, I know you've sung the songs of the hymnals. Are those your favorite Christmas songs? Do you like some of the standards that you hear on the radio station every year? What are the Christmas songs that you listen to every year to kind of get you in the holiday spirit?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, of course I go to church. Praise be it. I mean, again, the season is about our Savior. Amen. That being said, yeah, there's a lot of them that I do like. I literally did musical Name That Tune with my teen church ministry, and most of them got most of those songs less than 3 seconds. As far as favorites that hit me related to the hymns, I mean, there's definitely several few. I still go back to Temptations, a version of Silent Night, because when my dad, God rest his soul, used to be alive, me and my mom, my dad used to sing that together. I was always the deep voice because that's just the way my voice has always been. So that's definitely up there. One of my all-time favorites is probably Mary Did You Know, because again, that definitely tells the story. And as far as outside church, it comes down to, well, we'll probably talk about later. So looking at this, I'll leave that then. But I would be lying, not just to y'all, but to him above and my father, God rest his soul, if I didn't say most of the hymnals that I have sing in the past, and literally just 2 weeks ago, outside my Name That Tune game, have definitely been the ones to grace my spirit in the right light.
My brother.
Okay.
Testify.
James, we'll throw it over to you next, and we'll just kind of go around the horn. From James, we'll go to G, to Josh, to Jeff, and then back up to me.
I think one of my favorite Christmas songs that I've, and this is just in general question, are we talking hymns or are we talking?
Either or, like it can be the traditional hymns. I mean, the songs out of the hymnals are more or less what we have on the wheel because those have been,
Tradition.
100, 200 something year old songs that are in public domain. We don't have to worry about, the songs that Gene Autry wrote and the songs that, John Lennon and Elton John and Mariah Carey, so on. George Michael, gets into Wham Holla.
The less we talk about Mariah Carey and Wham, the better off we are. Stick to Johnny Mathis. Thank you.
Hey,
Amen, my brother.
Zach brings up, 16-week at #1 run by Mariah. You can't say much about it,
It's Mariah Carey. People love the voice and the body. Of course it's going to be #1.
I don't care about the former Mrs. Nick Cannon. Considering that man is about to have his 12th child this year.
That's
12th child.
That's not the Christmas spirit, man. What are we doing?
I know.
Let's not get sideways on paternity. James, name your songs. Thank you.
I agree.
So some of my favorite songs, like I'm such a sucker for Jingle Bell Rock, man. I am. Man, like I'm that's like a dance type of tune, man. I'm so ready for that, man. Like that's my jamily, dude. All the time.
Dude.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Yeah, there you go. My favorite.
There we go. Maybe that can be one of your interpretive performances.
Yes.
Get that in there.
It needs more jingle bells.
I gotta have cowbell.
No. In this
now that's a song I like.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells.
Why must the bells always jingle with the?
You're going like into Ric Flair now.
A little bit of Jerry Lewis, a little bit of Christopher Walken there. It's all good.
It all makes sense.
I thought we were more going blue collar comedy. I thought we were just going country here. Jeff Foxworthy just joined the set or something.
Wow. There we go.
Well, if you think the Nutcracker is something you did off the high dive, you might be a redneck.
Another good song, Redneck Christmas.
If your version of the mistletoe is honestly a leaf off a freaking tree, you might be a redneck.
And by the way, that I have not stopped listening to that big FU song to the liberal agenda on
It's the
holidays.
Cow Buckaroo Holiday. Oh yeah, that's great.
So
Damn
great.
it, JJ and Jeff. Thanks a lot.
Happy fucking
Hey.
holiday, baby.
That's right.
All right, Big G to you.
So I've literally been listening to Christmas songs all month long on Sirius XM.
There you go.
So my favorite song is obviously Jingle Bell Rock. I listen to that nonstop. Lately, a song that's been hitting me is What Christmas Means to Me.
Nice.
And then these two songs that are on the radio, I think one's called Disco Santa. It's like it's this weird. You have to find it on YouTube. It's a band that does. It's called Disco Santa, and it's to the tune of YMCA.
Oh Jesus Christ!
It is funnier than hell. And there's another song out there too, funny as hell. And then another song that's been playing a lot lately that we'll talk about later of a movie. Is Christmas Vacation.
Okay. Josh, floor is yours.
Oh, here we go.
Great day, brother.
We're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, a little bit.
Somebody super chat to break up the monotony because Josh is going to go on for an hour.
Yeah, pretty much. So like Noah, I mean, I collect hymnals. I am singing in 2 masses tomorrow. So
God bless you, dude.
All the Christmas hymns. What?
God bless you.
God bless you for singing twice tomorrow. God.
Yeah, I'm excited. So
someone has to be.
Let me say my least favorites first. All the Wham crap. Santa Baby, Baby's Cold Outside, Christmas Shoes, Mariah Carey. I do not like Mary Did You Know. I will say I do not like that one.
Okay.
As a Catholic, I do not like that one.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's fair.
That makes sense.
I like. It's called Candy Cane Christmas by Darius Rucker. So good.
Ooh.
I love his Christmas album. It's so good.
Good.
And then, so of course, Zach, you can shush with your ain'ts, because you're gonna lose tomorrow. Oh.
Not Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
Keep it on topic.
Yes, let's try to keep it reeled in here, guys.
Of course,
this isn't a
tomorrow
normal
I'll
open
be
mic.
singing all the hymns.
Thank goodness.
My favorite #1 all-time Christmas song, "O Come All Ye Faithful," "Adeste Fidelis," and I can sing 5 of the verses in Latin by memory. Hint, if you want to super chat. We already did Hark the Herald Angels Sing, which is, Charles Wesley hymns. So freaking good. One of the underrated hymns I love, it's not as known, "In the Bleak Midwinter." If you've ever heard, it's so good. One of the traditions at my parish is right before midnight mass, we have a procession to the crib, and we sing the Italian hymn, "Tu scendi dalle stelle." That's a few hundred years old. It's so fun. I heard the bells on Christmas Day is just, I've learned to really love that one this year. And then a more recent one by Peter Hollins, "December Song." If you've never heard that, go listen to it. It's so good. And I have an entire 8.5-hour playlist, if anyone wants it, which JJ and Jeff have.
There you go.
So
Find it on your Spotify, folks.
That's right.
I respect that, Josh, a lot. Like I said, man, from one man of Christ to another. God bless you.
I've got my own 8.5-hour playlist, almost 9 hours now, I think, because I added some stuff to it this year that I heard. A couple of songs from the Santa Clauses and some other stuff. But it's funny. Hark the Herald Angels Sing, I never disliked. I just kind of always tolerated it.
Yeah.
Until Josh, hold on. Until I heard the version that the Fab Four did. They're a Beatles tribute band. And a couple years ago, they took Christmas songs and they used the melodies of Beatles songs. So they took Hark the Herald Angels Sing and they put it with the instrumental for Help.
Interesting.
And I was just like blown away. I was like, okay, this is interesting. They do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to I Saw Her Standing There. Jingle Bells to Tomorrow Never Knows. Like, you've got to look it up. The whole double album set is on Spotify. If you've never heard it before, Josh or Noah, check it out and let me know what you think of their version of Hark the Herald Angels Sing. It's good if you're a Beatles fan too, because it definitely gets your toe tapping.
Shout out to Aaron Riff, and Beatles, definitely one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I've had plenty hard days, nights.
Is he chewing on a wire?
Yes, Darren. Donations are welcomed all show.
Oh, yes. Yes, our donations
We
still welcome.
we have
yes.
more stuff. We have more stuff on the wheel. We've added some additional stuff to the wheel as stuff has been taken off. Donations and super chats are welcomed the entire broadcast.
Just keep in mind, $5 will get you a spin of the wheel, and if you donate, $25, you can ask for a solo from somebody, or you can take 5 spins.
Just no more solos from Noah. He set the bar. He did his solo.
I'm gonna raise it.
The only time you're ever going to get another solo from him tonight is the 12 Days of Christmas.
Or you donate
when he gets
50.
his line.
Nah.
Oh, there you go. If you donate 50, you'll get another solo from Noah. There you go.
All right. So
go ahead, Jeff. I mean, I know me and you did like an entire broadcast a couple years ago of our favorite Christmas songs.
I can only find the U-Log version, so I couldn't see the dialogue. I was like,
the U-Log version is the only one that exists because somebody had a hard time editing it, and I had to come through in a clutch.
I forgot about that. Okay, well, to be fair, in the last couple of years, my list has changed.
Yeah, of course.
Additions and subtractions.
I figure in a couple more years we'll revisit it and do it again because
and
more songs come up, but.
And just do 3 versions. One where we don't edit the songs out, where we do put the songs in, and then have the U-Log behind us. By the way, speaking of U-Log, I have to commend Producer Man here. The crackling of the fire you hear and the motion behind us is all JJ. So bravo on him for setting us up tonight.
That's brilliant.
Appreciate that. Good stuff.
I found a GIF with snow falling outside the window.
Which is wonderful.
And then I just downloaded a YouTube video of crackling fireplace, snipped it to about a 30-minute audio clip, uploaded it, and I put it on loop.
That's what I figured you did. You're
It's
brilliant.
It's brilliant. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're ruining the immersion.
No, because as content, James, as content creators, me and Jeff get questioned all the time about stuff.
That's fair.
How we get started, how we do stuff.
Yeah.
So just tis the season of giving, right? Putting it out there.
That's fair.
That's what I did.
And inspiring.
And I found a Santa clip art to replace our logo, so it looks like Santa and his reindeer flying in the air above you, James.
Oh.
Did you even notice that, James?
Other side. There he is. There he is. There he is.
He's right there.
My head is not a landing pad, Santa. The fuck? I know I got a big head, but criminy.
Hey, don't insult the big man in front of his house.
If you want to move with me, I got a gigantic cranium, but it's prove this because I can't find a Santa hat to save my damn head, to save my damn life. So, there is that. Not that I need one because Santa's. I don't need it because I'm not Santa. Yeah. Anyway,
It's taken off from my head. I like this.
It's a big off launch point. Anyway,
what are you doing? Doing the 2-step on my head?
See, King Mike X was immersed enough where he bought it, so that's the mark of a good job, well done, sir.
Yeah, that's fair.
I talked about this. I don't know when it was, a couple days ago. Maybe it was last week's show. Frosty the Snowman, specifically the TV version by Jimmy Durante. There is a CD album version by Jimmy Durante, but no, you gotta have the TV thing with that. Happy birthday,
Snowman.
That's right. Willie Nelson's Frosty the Snowman is also great just because you can imagine him taking a puff between Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy. I mean, it works out.
Yeah, I mean, he bought it for a reason.
Exactly. Rudolph, either by Gene Autry, because that's the OG, or the TV short version by Burl Ives at the end of the movie. also good. One of the few good things about that Rudolph movie, because as we all know, JJ, in that movie, Santa's a dick.
We'll get to that when we move to the movies. Don't get ahead of ourselves, Jeff.
I know.
1998 one's better.
Which one?
1998. I sent you the link, I think, last year.
We did. We did. I actually have watched that previously. It was good, but we'll talk about it later. I personally, and again, I've said this a couple times, the Gatlin's Christmas album that they put out a few years ago. Specifically,
Darren, One second, Jeff. Darren, I see your super chat. We will get to it as soon as Jeff finishes his spiel.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm almost done. Sweet Baby Jesus by the Gatlins is beautiful. Their version of Silver Bells brings me to tears, regardless of when I hear it. They Larry and his brothers they're harmony geniuses. I swear to God, they took the soul of the Beatles and just made it country. They're beautiful. The Home Alone soundtrack was mentioned. I love Somewhere in My Memory. JJ pointed out how good that was 2 years ago. And I listened to it by itself. It's like, God damn, this is good.
Every time I hear that song, that gets me in tears.
Right?
I sang that in high school in choir.
And now that I've heard it on its own, it brings me to tears. When I watch the scenes where the mom comes home in both movies, it's just like, blah, blah. It's awful. Ugly cry. Home Alone 2 actually is worse for me now than the first one. I don't know why.
Told you.
I know you did.
I keep telling you. Even Cece agreed with me the other day. I was watching them, and she was like, part 2 is better than part 1. I was like, come here. Big hug kiss. I was like, that's why we're together. God damn it. We agree on that shit.
It's one of those, they're both basically the same story. Like I said, movies later.
Yeah.
But yeah, those on my list for sure. My favorite, though, and this is going to sound horribly self-promotional or corporate spiel, the background tracks on Main Street always make me think of Disneyland, and the versions of the songs are just beautiful. And
Tra-la-la-la-la.
Tra-la-la Rudolph, that's it. I promise you, if I can find a way to get it on the air where I'm not worried about monetization, I'm going to play that version. People have been asking me for years, what the shit are you talking about, Meacham? Cut the shit. We're going to find a way, because there is a version that they play on Main Street. There's no actual lyrics. It's ding, 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 tra-la-la-la-la. We heard it in Florida in 97, and my mother just had a weird tick to it. It's become a thing now. And then when they moved it here, she was like, I ain't going no more.
It just became, from what I know of the story, it became one of those things that was done just to annoy Donna Meacham.
Yes.
And has transcended to where it was done to annoy Dylan's mom as well.
Yes, yeah.
Anytime you can annoy the women folk, it's a good day, Tater.
Anytime, especially the women folk mention. Although I love my mother, and I'm so happy she's able to be joking about this now. But yeah, it's become a thing where if you're not a huge fan of the Disney ambiance for Christmas, first of all, why are you there at Christmas time? Because if you're not a fan, what the hell? But if you're going begrudgingly, like Noah's singing begrudgingly tonight, that's the song to put on to make sure you stop and like, oh, listen, and then we just tra-la-la, and they scamper away in fear from JJ and I. It's hysterical.
I had never heard it before until I went at Christmas with Jeff. He had told me about it. He'd even played the song for me at home on the Main Street music loops that you can find on YouTube.
Yes, they're there.
And then we went one year and we heard it, and it just got stuck in my head to the point where every time any version of Rudolph comes on now, me and Jeff just kind of looked at each other. We're like, tra-la-la-la-la.
To the point where it was a good thing we were on the second floor and Dylan's mom isn't exactly fast mobile, because we'd have been thrown off the balcony or at least ran off or one or the other. It would have been a thing.
All right. Do you have any other songs to mention, Jeff?
No, I'm good to go, brother. Let's do this super chat thing.
Let's get to Darren's $10. So that's 2 spins of the wheel for him.
Yes.
All right.
Noah is just going to have the most begrudging 2 hours of his entire YouTube existence tonight.
These are my favorite of my YouTube existence.
So Emmanuel, I guess you're not paying, like, we've been singing all night, brother.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we've been singing and talking about the songs all night.
He may have just joined. I haven't seen any comments to him previously.
Yes.
So he may have just joined.
So, Emmanuel, if you donate a super chat, we are doing songs. You go to the Jeff Meacham Network version of the stream, And
$5 super
gets
chat.
you a spin. $10 gets you 2 spins. If you donate 25, you get 5 spins, or you can get a solo from somebody. Let's go.
And if you donate 50, you'll get a second solo from Noah.
We're upping the ante, I see.
And as you can see, some stuff has been added. We've got story time with Santa, story time with the Renegade, interpretive performances on there. Let's see what we get this time.
Interpretive performance.
Please land on me. Please land on me. Let's see
On
it.
Silent Night.
There we go. This one I know. This one I
That's
know.
as traditional as it gets.
All right.
All right. Let me find my song sheet here.
Bring us some piggy pudding. Figgy pudding with bacon. Oh.
By the way, as we're looking up the lyrics here, I love how nobody notices Big G and I's fucking names right now, like this entire time.
No, we got it. We got it.
Okay, cool.
Wait. Hey, JJ. Just to clarify,
Yes.
are we doing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, Good Tidings, and then back to We Wish You a Merry Christmas?
No, just what's on the sheet, right, Jay?
Yeah, just what's on the sheet.
Trying to keep it
we
short
can,
so we can actually do the discussion part of the show.
yeah, so we can put a little bit of stink on the and a Happy New Year as we end out of it. So
yes.
Is everybody ready?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good night, we bring to you again. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Every time we go to do a group song, somebody's going Mr. Roboto.
I think it might
Hey, you know what? I think it adds to it this time.
to be honest, yeah. I think it's just all the feedback.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 6 microphones overlapping at different
6
intervals.
mics overlapping. 5 crazy songs.
4 friggin' migraines.
All right.
Story time with Satan.
Okay.
All right. Well, as we all know, Santa is getting ready for his big journey this evening.
Yes, he is.
So we reached out to Santa Claus, and we were able to get a nice video sent in from him, much as we got the introduction video. So for those of us in the room, if you need to take a minute, go to the bathroom, get a drink, you've got about 3.5 minutes here as Saint Nick reads "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Was the Night Before Christmas by Clement C. Gore. Was the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even the mouse. Stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and Dad in his cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the stash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and a tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm still on my mind.
To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
Love the sarcasm.
And Strike leaves before the wild hurricane fly.
Hey, even
when
Santa
they
can
meet
be
with an
crabby
obstacle,
every
mount
once
to
in a
the
while, especially
sky.
when you get up in the morning.
So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas
I think
too.
Santa needs coffee.
And then in the twinkling, I heard on the roof
Hey, yo, who
the
wants
prancing
some
and
coffee?
pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. Tends to hurt. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. Not so much anymore. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
That's good.
He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all! To all a good night."
Nice. Nice.
Thank you very much, Santa. We appreciate you sending that in.
You know what? I'm gonna break kayfabe. I loved doing that. That was so cool, and I managed to get the song in the background because I love "Here Comes Santa Claus," and I don't sing it well worth a spit, so hopefully it doesn't come up later. But that's the kind of stuff that I do when I do the virtual appearances, and
Nice.
and I just like I'll read a story like that. I even told the wrestling fans that booked me, I'll read Mick Foley's Christmas Chaos because that's just funnier than hell. Little bit above board for the kiddos in the audiences, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, just didn't get a whole lot this year because you know money's tight with everybody, and we actually can see Santa in person now. So yeah. But any time between day after Thanksgiving and pretty much today, just hit me up, and we will get Santa up on your screen.
Yeah, I remember I did it 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago now with my nieces? Something like that.
It was 2 years or last year, and I thoroughly because I've had one regular customer. I didn't interact with the family this year because I actually did Disney shopping for her grandmother this year, so kind of got the magic a different way. But yeah, I think last year was one of the two because I've only done it 2 years. This is the third year. Either way, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Your niece had a great time, so it was cool.
It's been a minute.
Usually I'll do it live. So
yeah, it's been a minute since I've had to portray Santa for somebody. The one I remember most was back in the old Casa days, and our good buddy Aaron, Double A, was over at his brother's house, and his nephews did not want to go to bed, and it was Christmas Eve.
Right.
So he messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, can you call me real quick, pretending to be Santa Claus, and tell these kids to get to sleep?"
Right.
And I was like, all right, but if we're going to do this, I'll give you like 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. Change the ringtone for my phone to something Christmassy, Jingle Bells, Here Comes Santa Claus, whatever.
Yep.
And then let me know and I'll call. And I did. And ho, ho, ho. Hello there. I hear you boys are still awake waiting for me. You realize I can't drop off your presents until you're asleep. He hit me back after I talked to him, was like, dude, they were in bed, knocked out in 5 minutes.
That's great.
I was like, that's what's up.
That's how it works.
So much.
So
So
Emmanuel here
Jesus.
gave a $30 super chat. So what I want to know, Emmanuel, is do you want a solo from one of us and then an additional spin, or would you like 6 spins?
Yeah,
It's your call which one you'd like to do.
I want to do a solo.
If you want a solo, then you can pick who you want a solo from.
Except Noah.
Yeah, except for Noah, because Noah's already done his solo.
Unless you pay 50.
Don't
It's
exercise
your
the
call,
man.
Emmanuel,
Exercise that.
how you want to do it. While we wait for Emmanuel to chime in, I will give my Christmas songs. You know, I like a lot of the ones that you guys named off.
No.
I think it's easier for me to talk about ones that I don't like. Believe it or not, my 2 least favorite songs are Little Drummer Boy and Silent Night.
Really? Silent Night?
What?
The
Drummer
reason,
Boy, I can get with.
Understand it.
Drummer Boy, the reason I don't like it is because it's so repetitive with the brumpa bum bums and everything. It just gets on my nerves.
Yep.
Silent Night, the reason I don't like Silent Night, and I've softened on it in recent years, but it's still one of my least favorites, is because growing up, Nick at Night was big back in the days. And so you'd sit there and you'd watch the Christmas episodes on Nick at Night, and I swear to God, every freaking episode would end with them singing Silent Night.
Yeah.
So over a 4-hour block, you're listening to Silent Night 8 freaking times.
So let's see here. That's George Lopez. That's Fran Drescher. That's
No,
we're talking before this.
We're talking my time, Noah. We're talking like Dennis the Menace, My 3 Sons, I Dream of Jeannie, like that type of stuff. And it's just like, now I do have a version of both those songs on my playlist.
You do.
Ironically, both versions are Johnny Cash.
Yes.
I got it, yeah.
Because I
Not
can
the
listen
one
to
I
that
thought
man
you were
sing
gonna say.
anything. I can listen to that man sing anything.
JJ, I literally tell you the story. Johnny Cash was the very first person I ever heard in music when I was a child. The very first time I ever heard was The Ring of Fire. And I still know that to this day. Literally, that is my song. Don't get any ideas, Josh. That literally is my song.
Bro,
There you go.
My
What
God.
ideas would I get?
All right, so
Hold on.
so
You think that Johnny Cash just goes, celebrate today?
but so those are the ones I
That's
don't like as
probably accurate.
much as the ones that I do like as much as I like the ones everyone named off, I like some of the more obscure stuff. And when I say obscure, what I mean by that is the ones where there's only really one, maybe 2 versions of the song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I love the Beach Boys, The Man with All the Toys.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, as well as their version of Little Saint Nick.
Well,
Obviously, they wrote it.
right.
You know, I
That is
love
catchy.
Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time, Elton John's Step Into Christmas, John Lennon's Happy Christmas, War is Over. You got to remember who raised me. My dad was big into the 60s, 70s British invasion type of stuff. So
Fair
all
enough.
that stuff definitely came into play. My mom imparted a bunch of John Denver on me. So he's got stuff like Christmas Like a Lullaby and Christmas for Cowboys that are just gorgeous songs. You know, a lot of the country stuff, you know, I'm not the biggest religious person in the world. Like, I'm not Mr. Go to Church, you know. I believe in things, but I don't necessarily believe in what everybody else believes in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you catch me at Christmas time, dude, and especially when it comes to 2 specific songs about angels, and I break down every freaking time. Those songs specifically are Vince Gill and Trisha Yearwood, An Angel Gets Its Wings,
Oh my God! Right.
and Alabama's Angels Among Us.
Amen.
Yeah.
And Angels Among Us is just one of those songs because technically it wasn't even released on a Christmas album. It was released on one of their other albums. But because of the subject matter of angels, it got a hell of a lot of rotation at Christmas time for a reason. And the entire purpose of the song is just one of those things where it's like you never know when someone is going to be there when you need it. And angels can pop up out of anywhere, you know, a kind word from a stranger, a phone call from a friend just to say, I understand. You know, and it's kind of funny that at the dark end of the road, someone lights the way with just a single ray of hope.
Yep.
And that stuff just like gets into my soul.
You're hitting me hard, dude. You're hitting me hard. Angels Among Us is one of my top 3. You're hitting me hard.
It's good to
I'm
know.
gonna have to
Good
go
to know,
listen
bro.
to it.
Yeah, it's good. You've got to find the greatest hits version. I think is the one that they did the video for. It comes with like a little introduction at the beginning. Randy Owen, who's the singer, you know, was walking home from school on a cold winter day. You know, I took a shortcut and I lost my way, and all of a sudden, this kind old man took my hand and he led me home. And he just goes in there from there, and I'm already getting emotional just saying the damn lyrics. But like,
you're getting emotional. Stop it, JJ. You're literally trying to make me grow my heart here. Stop it.
we all know, Noah, that by the time we go off the air, the Grinch's heart will grow 3 sizes. Okay,
that's it.
We know this is gonna happen, but you know, you guys talked about Believe. I love that song.
Yes.
I would be remiss not to mention the Muppets and what a huge role that they played in my life. You know, whether it's Muppet Christmas Carol, you know, and Kermit singing "One More Sleep Till Christmas."
Oh.
Whether it's again Kermit on the John Denver and the Muppets album singing "The Christmas Gift."
Yeah.
You know, hearing John Denver and Jim Henson as Rolf sing "We Wish You a Merry," or no, "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas."
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Just so good. And then you figure, you know, in the span of about 6 years in the 90s, we lost both of them. So now you go back and you listen to it, and it's just like kind of haunting.
Some stuff never
Crazy
dies.
stuff.
One of my favorite songs, even though it does have Happy Holidays, ironically enough, the one I don't remember the name of it. It might just be Happy Holidays, but the one that's by, it sounds like Frank Sinatra, but I don't think it's Frank Sinatra.
Andy Williams.
Yes,
It's
I love it.
That's a fun one.
So loopy-doop.
I lost the damn bet and had to do a freaking cane and hat number to that.
Nice. We have to find that footage of Noah doing a song and dance number with the cane and the top hat.
Hey,
to that
Simple,
song.
we found that Simple Man sings and dances.
Yes.
That'll be $100 donation if you want to see Noah reenact that.
Oh my god.
You are really trying to get Jeff paid this month.
Jeff getting
Hey,
paid.
I've been told off air that whatever we make on this show is kind of getting spread about. The love is getting shared here today. So
It's a season of giving.
So
No,
we got the $30 super
giving you all
chat.
that.
We got the $30 super chat. Emmanuel said that he really wants James to do it since he wants to do it. So James will do a solo, and then we'll spin the wheel for the other $5.
Alrighty, there we go.
So do you want to pick a song, James, and do something, or do you want me to spin the wheel for it?
What we got on the wheel? Because I did see there was an interpretive option for me.
There is an interpretive, but then there's also Deck the Halls, Jingle Bells, Silent Night.
I can do that one in 4 languages.
Okay, Josh.
Can you do it in German?
I got the first version.
But can you do it in Klingon?
First off, Star Wars over Star Trek. So
Okay, can you do it in
I will look it up. Shit.
Klingon v Jar Jar. Let's go.
No. Get
All right,
back on topic here.
Yes, James, why don't you pick a song then? Because we're starting to run out of actual song choices on the wheel.
Okay.
And those are the ones in the public domain, so let's try to keep those. Since he picked you for a solo, you can pick your own song and do it however you want.
What is it? Just sleigh bells? Sleigh bells lyric?
Just hear those sleigh bells.
Sleigh bells or sleigh ride?
It might be sleigh ride. See the lyrics for sleigh ride? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Found it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do this in the form. Just the first line of this is Christopher Walken.
God.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling, and friends are calling, yoo-hoo! Pick up the phone, yoo-hoo! Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Let's go. Skip, giddy up. Let's look at the show. There's a show down the road. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. I hope it's not a blizzard. I don't like nor'easters. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. It's grand. Just holding your hand. Hold hands. Especially in a blizzard. We're gliding along with a song in a wintry fairyland. Where are the fairies? I don't see no fairies. All I see is a lot of white. A lot of white. Blizzard. It's a blizzard. Ah! There you go. There's my
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
Like my tagline says, hallelujah, holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
give me a bottle of that too, Big G. Oh, jeez. What the?
All right.
I'm about to go heat up some Angry Orchard in the microwave after this.
Got to get something going. All right, here's the spin for the other $5.
here we go.
Damn it, James! You freaking holiday idiots!
I'm a holiday festive idiot.
Oh God!
Yay!
Freaking broken.
All right, so we've got Deck the Halls now.
Ah, crap.
Oh, do not frown upside down, Noah.
Shut it, Josh!
Nah. Come on, Noah, you could give me payback and make me do a solo.
You know.
I'm surprised he hasn't done one for me. He got payback on me.
Because I had to spend 2.5 damn hours at Walmart last night! Not a daggum Uber! I've been on daggum that I had to miss my damn haircut and a freaking work day from hell! Not gonna freaking eat before I eat Christmas madness!
Jeff.
Noah finally loses it all on the Christmas show.
Beverage.
Cheers to Noah.
Noah just went mean.
Oh, Cocoa Superior product.
He went full. He really did go full McMahon. Like I've never seen anything like it in my life.
All right.
I've never seen anything like it in my
This is
life.
going on the
Is everybody
New Year
ready
show.
for Deck the Halls?
I am.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Deck the
Deck
halls
the
with
halls with
balls of
balls of
holly.
holly.
Tis
the
season to be
jolly.
Ancient
What the hell is
As
that?
Jeff saying that muted.
You tell
No, I didn't. I actually unmuted when I was singing. I'm on the phone trying to get a bus schedule, you smart ass.
Raymond, that would take a $25 solo super chat, and you'd have to pick whoever you'd want to sing that one. That's not on the wheel because it is not in the public domain.
Bro, what in the
Not me for that one. I hate that song.
What in the holy holidays is a Yuletide? What? What the hell's
that was some
What's
good
a
stuff.
Yuletide? What does that mean? Anybody know the word? What's that?
That was some good stuff.
It's another name for Christmas tide.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. So we finished the portion of the show where we were going to talk about Christmas songs. We're going to take a quick commercial message here, and when we come back, we'll talk about Christmas movies and stuff. Here's what James has available on his channel.
really fucking awkward.
It's out of my hands, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my soul. It's out of my hands, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my promotion video. Make sure you scan the QR codes that are coming on your screen, and make sure you subscribe and turn that post notification bell on. Check out the official Button Mashers playlist, where you will find all the Stable Wars that we have done together. You can also check out our watch party of AEW Grand Slam, Dynamite, and Rampage. Check out Shared Experience, the script by Mistress Audio and J-Hebert Side 95 on her channel right now. Check out our Retro Wrestling Review series of Survivor Series 2003 and 2013. Check out J-Hebert Side of Things Episode 3. JJ always promotes it all the time. Check out Michael X's Let's Play of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. 97 Halloween Havoc Retro and Watch-Along as well. You can check out Noah's Simply Predicting on his official YouTube channel, his simple YouTube channel, if you will. 2 episodes of the Don DeMarco Show now in the can, baby. Go check that out on my channel. AEW Spark and a WWE Aftershock on Owen's channel, as well as another retro of Full Gear 2019. You can also check out our official watch party coming up this December for Winter is Coming. Check out NXT Deadline, Ring of Honor Final Battle, and Open Mic Night on both Jeff and JJ's channel, as well as Noah's channel, where you can also check out A Simple Take, where he covers that week of wrestling. Check out our SMBZ voice-acted project over there on my channel. Check out Live Round's official intro, and check out their podcast every week. Check out the official intro of Weymouth Youth Wrestling and WYW Immortal. And finally, last but not least, Fully Loaded 2000, Watch Along, and Retro. And those are the plugs.
There you go. That's everything you can find on James's channel. It was asked in the chat if it's updated weekly, James, but then he pointed out, no, it sounds like monthly.
Yeah, monthly usually, yeah.
I was saying, he works friggin' every second week, so he needs to do at least monthly to have some sort of clarity in his brain.
Yes.
There we go. And then Noah, of course, went to the chats and reminded everybody $5 super chats for wheel spins, 25 for an impromptu performance, double for him because he doesn't work free nor cheap.
He's already endured.
And then he
Look,
also
I'm just here to support my
as the
friends.
simple
That's all you
voice
need to
of
know
the
about me.
multiverse, it is his obligation to market and support.
But yes, everybody watching, if you're watching and wanting to super chat, there are, besides, trust me, I'll take the super chats on the YouTube because I do get them eventually ish. But direct donations to PayPal, either myself or JJ's PayPal, you know, we can always get those in there too. So or whoever, it's, as long as the money gets out there and we get people paid for Christmas, I'm happy too. So it's all good.
There you go.
All right. So we discussed the Christmas music. Now we're going to move on to Christmas movies.
Yes.
And for this one, I think we'll go in reverse order. We'll start with Jeff, then we'll go to Josh, G, James, Noah, and back to me.
Okay.
Meacham, again, me and you have done top 10 Christmas movies,
Actually, just
Christmas
did this.
specials.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm in the midst of 31 days of holiday shtick on my channel.
Good Lord
Yeah.
Almighty.
Some days doing more than one show.
This is true. You are.
So
You are.
I am running myself ragged.
That's it. Well, you are trying to get that benchmark by as soon as possible. So we appreciate the effort.
And support it.
Yeah. And, well, the first thing I'll say is any of the movies you've got mentioned are on your list for the month because they're all fantastic. Yes, even Santa's Sleigh. So, said it. I'm good.
There you go.
Santa's Sleigh actually surprised me, and I say it surprised me not because I enjoyed Goldberg, because I still don't, but taking the story of Santa and turning it on its ear was a cool little moment. I enjoy the twist on the tale, so definitely give it a look. It's a cool little hour and a half of your time, and I think it's worth it, not because of Bill, but because of the story. The Rankin Bass are always good. My favorite Christmas movies are the Santa Claus trilogy starring Tim Allen et al. And the Home Alone, the first two. Any after the first two is kind of like, I still encourage to watch because they are cute little ditties, but they're not Macaulay Culkin and Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern. So it kind of is what it is. The magic's not nearly as there as it is in the first two.
Agreed.
Yeah. Picking one, gun to head, I have to pick just one. I will probably say the Santa Claus, the original one.
Okay. Josh, as we turn it over for you, earlier when we were discussing Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone 1, I saw you emphatically shaking your head no. Why do you not feel that Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1? Why do you feel that 1 is better than 2? I feel like we're going to have our own version of the multiverse of media debate here right now.
Right.
I turn it over to you, Mansfield. You can start.
I'll see myself out.
No. Come on, Noah. Don't be a party pooper.
Party pooper.
Get in the
Who's also in that Christmas movie?
Get the
Put that cookie down.
Put
that
that.
bitch for your
You make
information.
a mistake once, okay. Make a mistake a second time.
Put the holiday cookie down.
I just don't buy the second one as much. If I'm being honest, it just doesn't do it for me. Also, the old lady, like, you're in a penthouse with room service and everything. You're still just gonna leave the old lady out in the cold? Like, come on. Like, I just prefer the original one. Really.
Okay.
Between those two.
Before anybody retorts, Raymond, we've now mentioned on the air, I think once, possibly twice, Happy Christmas War is Over needs a big super chat because it is not in the public domain, and we need to make sure we have money coming in order to sing it. So please stop asking in the chat room.
Solo performance.
Yeah. It was mentioned, so please stop chat rooming it. Either super chat it or don't. Thank you. Go ahead.
So here's my argument to you as far as Home Alone 2 goes. I concede the fact that you make the mistake once, okay, you make the mistake the second time, I'll give you that. The reason why I feel that Part 2 is better than Part 1 comes down to two very big reasons. And none of them is Emmanuel's saving grace, Tim Curry, although he would probably be number 3 for me.
Right.
Okay, reason number 1 is the fact that in the original, Kevin has home court advantage. In the sequel, he does not. He's in a completely strange location. He has to completely ad-lib. Yeah, he goes to his uncle's townhouse. It's still family, but it's being renovated. You've got no idea what you're going to be able to find to set booby traps for the sticky bandits. Everything had to be completely ad-libbed and improvised because it was not home field advantage. He was the away team kicking ass.
Yep.
Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2, it is the bird lady, Brenda Fricker.
Oh, yeah.
as much as the relationship and the bond that Kevin forges with old man Marley is cool and it has its moments, there's just something more tender and sincere about the relationship that he forges with the bird lady.
Yeah.
And let's be real. I get where you're coming from about the penthouse suite and you can't get her off the street, but you've already got Tim Curry's concierge trying to lock you down for a stolen credit card. You really gonna try and bring a homeless woman into the hotel too?
Especially when Trump owns the place.
Fair enough. Oh, dang!
So, I mean,
Yes.
those two reasons right
There,
there is
yes,
what
but I mean,
what
oh.
make the movie for me. And then you add Tim Curry, Rob Schneider, the gentleman who plays Mr. Duncan.
Tim Curry.
Yes.
Who's Tim Curry?
It's just got all those extra little things
As in-
to it.
I know
Fine. No. I will also piggyback on JJ's thing. Josh, yes, they did mistakenly leave him elsewhere, but it's not actually the same mistake.
Yeah, because at least this
I
time
know,
he got
I
in the
know.
van, got to the airport with them. Just so happened that someone else was wearing the exact same trench coat his dad was.
With the same
and
hairstyle.
mistaken identity.
Yeah. This getting separated is completely 100% Kevin's fault this time.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to dick around with, the stupid tape recorder and not paying attention where he's
Boy.
going, like some other dumb 10-year-olds do on a regular basis. And the thing with the airport scenes is it is so 1990s. That shit is never going to happen now.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but just this past year, weren't you with somebody who got lost in Chicago? And Home Alone takes place in Chicago?
Not in the airport, thankfully, because that would have been a whole other adventure. But yes, and what's so funny is when we were walking through O'Hare, I was taking note of where we were. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, do I run? Do I cause a ruckus? Nah, it's post 9/11. Let's not go here.
Yeah, no.
We were already detained in Chicago long enough because of other idiocy. I didn't need to be having no more shenanigans.
Yeah. So...
But yes, I love both. I always have. I always will. I just think that 2 is stronger because of the supporting cast outside of the family as well.
Yes.
Like you said, the character of Mr. Duncan is so just. He seems almost like he's just kind of there, but he really is essential to the story. Yes, I know we're talking about New York, but they both start in Chicago. Don't correct me on Home Alone or Christmas movies, Emmanuel. We will take your super chat and fire you. So there.
Hey. We want him to donate more, Meacham. You
I
knocked
know.
that off.
But
Your
you
name may
remember
be on the
Don't
marquee,
F with
but
on
I'm the
Christmas.
producer for the show.
Oh boy.
You be a good boy this time. I am good friends with Santa. I will let him know that you have been naughty.
I kind of closer with Santa for reasons that are obviously out of kayfabe. But anyway, maybe. Anyway, yeah, the supporting cast is good in both, but the add-ons besides the McAllisters, I think, and the basic theme of the story, I think, is just strong enough in 2 compared to 1.
So now that I've danced all over Josh and kind of embarrassed his point, score 1 for the Renegade here tonight.
The number 1 elf is supposed to be the real elf.
What other Christmas movies do you enjoy watching, Josh?
Okay, so of course my number 1's going to obviously be Polar Express.
Gee, couldn't have guessed that with Believe and the other one in there.
Of course. Now, one of my others is A Santa Claus. Not any of the trilogy. Santa Claus the movie with John Lithgow.
And Dudley Moore.
It is
besides me and Jay. That's awesome.
tradition, damn it.
Yep.
Which we'll get to that later, but I digress.
Yes. Buy the shirt.
Yeah, that one always been a favorite since I was a little kid. Always. Now, Rudolph. The elf that I am, the one-legged elf that I am. Always love Rudolph. The original, okay. Good, it's classic. The one I always grew up loving was the 1998 animated one. That was my favorite.
There you go.
So, and that has some of the, I think that's what Jeff's favorite. songs on it, and JJ's too, by your buddy Sir Paul McCartney. So that one's always a favorite. Now, you guys are all gonna kill me for this because I'm about to get my man card taken away from me
Here we go.
completely here. Yeah, I know where you guys know exactly where I'm going, don't you, JJ?
Go ahead, say it.
My Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh, I love those too. It's okay.
Oh,
What?
yes,
Yeah,
they're
I'm
so
not.
good.
I can't insult you for that. My dad watches that shit all the time. He does it yearly now. It's just
That's
he does it
all
all
I've had
year.
on. That's all I've had on. They're so good. I mean, the Christmas and Evergreen series, so good. One Royal Holiday that came out a few years ago, so good. Christmas Under Wraps. I hate the sequel they came out with this year that completely buried that movie because Candace Cameron Burr's gone and they buried her in this
You're right.
new
You're
sequel,
right.
and it's annoying. So, those are like my ones, and I actually have a Christmas movie on a freeform by Jeff's boss. His boss's Christmas Carol. It's on the big TV right now.
The Jim Carrey one?
Yeah. I'm actually not a fan of that one. I know you said I'm actually not a fan of that version.
I only have it on because that's what's on TV right now.
No. I understand that. I saw your chat and you said I put it on because Jeff would be interested. It's like, not really.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
I still haven't seen the Jim Carrey one.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Can we
Oh my god, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop the fucking presses. Big G, can we get Jeff Jarrett, My Baby Tonight? I know it's not a Christmas song, but he's such a fan of it. Oh shit.
Hey,
Well, I mean, Big Baller G was there when Jeff Jarrett became All Elite. It was the greatest moment in Big Baller G's life.
Double J,
You know, first this year he wrestles in Ric Flair's final match for the 5th time. Then Jeff acknowledges the fact that he's actually a horseman. And then Big Baller G is there when he becomes All Elite.
It's been a banner year for Double J.
Yeah.
So Big Baller G, you've been called out, bro.
All right. Let me do my Let me do my movies first, and then we can do.
That's fair. Hold on, before we get to your movies, Josh, were you done with yours? We don't want to step on Josh.
The Santa Claus movies themselves, they're pretty good. I don't know which of them I like the most. It's a toss-up at
Between
this
which
point.
ones? Between all three, or between couple of them?
Between those three.
Okay.
The Santa Claus movie, of course, is my number one out of Santa Claus movies.
Oh wow, okay.
See,
then-
I think I'm on an island unto myself. I go 3-1-2.
I think I'm...
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with Martin Short.
Yes.
Martin Short as Jack Frost just freaking comes up there, and when you thought the series was floundering with part 2, he freaking does an RBI and a Grand Slam home run in the same freaking movie, which is virtually impossible for one at bat. But somehow Martin Short manages it.
Yeah,
I've lightened up on 2 because of your daughter, though, to be fair. So
I've lightened up on 2 also over the years, but I still feel it is the weakest of the series.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I did my rankings this month, I gave 3 5.5 stars, or no, I gave 3 4.5 stars, the original 4, and 2 3.5. Like boom, boom, boom. Pretty. Not a whole lot of flux between them. Only 1 whole star between 2 and 3.
Right.
All right, my last ones. Frosty Returns, just because of the musical number "Let There Be Snow," because as a kid that was like, yes, please. Yeah, I see, Jeff. Okay, as a kid, I love that song.
No, I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't mind Returns. I just wish people would give more love to Winter Wonderland because nobody talks about that no more. So
that one's a good. The one with that one's really good. I watched that too. And then one that's a very rare Rankin Bass one, The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Based on this book, so yeah.
most of a Rankin Bass, and their The Night Before Christmas one was pretty good.
There you go. That's another one that doesn't get a lot of love. That and Frosty's Winter Wonderland are on the same disc.
Yeah.
Okay. Big G, go ahead and do your movies, and then we're gonna get to Big G doing JEFF, JARRET. Ain't I great?
You know what you should do to
Take
make
that.
it Christmas themed? Change one lyric to "Christmas with my baby tonight." There we go.
There you go.
There you go. All
Okay.
right.
And
All
since
right.
Big G's gonna have the solo shot, we're gonna have to make sure we clip it and send it to Rift.
Oh,
Yes!
Christmas
Yes!
hard on the go.
Yes!
Oh my god.
So
Yes,
go
you
ahead, G.
deserve
Talk
All right,
about
so
your
let me go with
Christmas
my movies. So every year, I watch the same exact movies. So my two favorite versions of A Christmas Carol are Scrooge with Bill Murray. Love that movie. And then A Muppet Christmas Carol. I also watch Jingle All the Way all the freaking time. Put that cookie down. There's my honorable
Believe it or not, G, I only saw it start to finish for the first time this year when I watched it.
Really? Okay.
It's hard to find if you don't own it.
Well, I
I know.
have like
I
a whole
own
stack
two.
of Christmas movies this big. Obviously The Grinch That Stole Christmas, that is finally I've been watching that the past couple years. Both Home Alone movies, the Santa Claus trilogy. But my favorite, I've been posting it as my hashtag or my lines, is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I watched that movie during Christmas time. I think I'm on like the 5th time right now. So yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I love that movie. I love Chevy Chase. I love Randy Quaid. I love, and all those one-liners are so freaking hilarious.
See, Christmas Vacation is one that I watched somewhat repeatedly when it came out.
Okay.
And into the early 90s. But as I got older, as my movie taste expanded, as more and more movies came out, it kind of got pushed to the back for me for some reason. And I've only started to revisit it here the last couple years. I didn't watch it this year for reviews, but it is going to be on next year when I do Christmas movies. But yeah, for some reason, like other stuff just kind of jumped to the forefront over that one.
Right. And for me, it's Home Alone 2 and then Home Alone.
See? Well, Lisa, unfortunately, I'm not going to say Die Hard, but I did put up a
Die
poll.
Hard is a freaking Christmas movie.
But I
It
did
is not
put up
a Christmas movie.
But
Yes,
I did
it
put up
is.
a poll
No, it is not.
in a couple of groups that I'm in about what is the best Christmas movie quote. And the majority of people said "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker."
Thank you.
From Die Hard is the greatest Christmas movie quote. Not, "Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings." Not, "God bless us, everyone." Not even, "Shitter's full." "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker" was the biggest vote getter.
Action and adventure charlatans.
Oh my god.
Agreed. Preach it, Noah.
All right,
And this is
Big
coming from a
G.
guy that barely watches
All right.
movies, so you can take that to the bank.
All right, Emmanuel, here you go.
Oh my god.
Big
All right.
G doing With My Baby Tonight.
All right. Spend my day working hard on the go, but the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow. Cause I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. All right.
You're good. That's good. You're good.
All right, my baby's got me wrapped around her little finger, cause she knows that I'd walk through hell and back just to be with her. Well, I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight.
Well,
There you go.
At Christmas with my baby tonight, though, we talked about this.
There we
I
go.
forgot.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all good. Way to go, Big G.
Yeah, take it one on the head for the team.
There
I
we go.
appreciate
Kudos
it.
know,
to you,
G.
Big G.
That
was
ruled.
Besides
Beautiful.
freaking
Well
Aaron
done.
and me singing that damn song on the stream for once.
Yeah, I think we need to clip that and also send it to Double J and Connie.
Yeah.
Right?
I've already told Rick
Seriously.
about this.
See if
Big
it'll
G.
get shown on my world.
Hey, tell you what, send it to Mikey T. Why is that? Because he's a horseman.
Damn
That's
it.
right, damn
But
it.
he digress.
Buy the shirt.
He's by the shirt.
I have my Christmas
All right, James,
movies.
it's on you, sir.
So
Yes.
my favorite Christmas movies. Josh lists pretty much the entire catalog of movies. So like one of them is Polar Express. It honestly might be my all-time favorite. I don't know what it is about that movie, but I really like it. This is gonna surprise a lot of people. I don't mind the original, but I personally think the best version is the Kim Carrey version of The Grinch. Bar none, hands down to me. I don't know why, but something about the way they told the story about the Grinch, and obviously Jim Carrey's performance was exceptionally good. I mean, that's without a doubt, but I don't know. Like, something about that movie was really awesome to me. I'm a sucker for it. I know that's probably weird, but for me, it's
hate.
It's definitely a hot take. You know, I mean, I'm not going to crap on you and your opinions. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're wrong, anything like that, because that's not what the show's about. But, and much like the Santa Claus 2, I've softened on Jim Carrey's Grinch in recent years. But the two things that I always had against that movie, number one, how long it is.
Yeah.
Compared to the original. You know, the original is like 20 minutes. Jim Carrey is like 3.5 hours. Feel like I'm watching a bunch of hobbits walk with a freaking ring. Just takes forever to get to the point of the movie.
Wow.
If you know, you know.
Well,
but then the second thing, and then here's the other thing, and this is the biggest thing. I hated that they made the Grinch sympathetic. You know, they gave this huge backstory about how when he was a kid, all the people in Whoville just ridiculed him and embarrassed him and everything. And it's like, so y'all were a bunch of fucking dicks. You deserve the shit he's giving you.
But you know what?
So why am I mad at the Grinch?
But, well, that's actually half true. Hold on.
James, hang on. Let everybody make their point, and then we can counterpoint. That's why we go off the rails, because we keep countering over everybody.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's just, I like the 30-minute version a lot better because the Grinch just starts out as this miserable, curmudgeon creature, and you don't know why. You just don't know. And it's better that way. So that when he gets his aha moment at the end, and his heart grows 3 sizes, it comes off more like a Christmas miracle. When you've drugged this poor kid through the mud, embarrassed him, ridiculed him, and he's just grown up hating you people for everything you've ever done to him, you don't feel bad when he does everything to the town of Whoville. Y'all freaking deserve this.
Yeah.
I think... Well, to me, and this is just because my brain's way too complicated, because I think that's half true, but I think it's more so the way at least the way I interpret it is the pressure, number one, the pressure of his parents in that version of the Grinch. Obviously, whoever the mayor was of Whoville, who was just a big-ass bully to him, and then his love interest that wasn't to be or whatever, which I think was like the only part I didn't like about the movie, because I was like, why does Grinch need a love interest? But that's just me, whatever. That's like the only thing I could have done without, but even they did alright with that. I think, for me, if it's like, okay, if it was everybody in the town that was doing that to him, then I'd agree. But it's more of the other factors that basically made him insecure, that made him lash out at everybody when they were just trying to poke fun at the Grinch just as like, oh, funny, haha, and then it turned out like he took it personally because everything else was actually hurtful prior to that. So I would agree if everybody was being a dick prior and after that moment. But that's not what happened, at least. So it was really... Grinch was trying to get to Whoville basically to just get at the mayor. That's how I interpreted it. But that's just because I'm way too complex and my brain does a funny. And I think, I don't know. What does Eric Bischoff say? I bring a different perspective. You know, I gotta bring a different perspective to the show.
Why you gotta go
says context is king.
Exactly. You know?
Why you gotta go and make things so complicated?
Maybe it is. I always like the complicated stuff, though. Like, you know what? I seen the original Grinch, and I'm like, oh, I like this. It's not like I hate the original Grinch, by the way. It's a classic. But it's like, okay, well, I know the original story. How did we get to that point? I always wondered that as a kid. That's why I love the Jim Carrey thing so much, because it's like, oh my gosh, I love it. It's cool.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's definitely some stories out there where I kind of want to see, you know, the stuff before the movie takes place. You know, one of the things I've always talked to Jeff about, and they've started doing with the Chucky series, was I always kind of wanted to see Charles Lee Ray prior to the night where he put his soul into the doll.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Pennywise the Dancing Clown, you know, as far as the movies go, always starts in like the 60s and then the 90s, or the 90s and the 2000s. And you hear Mike talk about the thing at the Ironworks and the Easter egg hunt and everything. It's like, I want to see this stuff. I want to see the entity that became Pennywise land on Earth and Derry and all the havoc that he caused prior to the Losers Club.
Well, they might be getting that from HBO.
Yeah, I know. I've been hearing that that's what the Pennywise series is going to be, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm itching for that, for real.
Well,
it's something I've been wanting to see
Derry.
for a while. Yeah. Even going back to the Holy Trilogy of Star Wars. You know, how did Vader become Vader? I always wanted to see that when my only options were 4, 5, and 6.
And then we got
And then we got the prequel trilogy, and for better or for worse, depending on how you look at it, I still stand by the prequel trilogy. I don't have the issues with it that a lot of people do. But we saw Anakin from boy to young man to Padme was going to die, and the lengths he would go to try to save her that led her into the darkness. We got all that stuff answered. Jeff, I know you've been trying to jump in as I was continuing my thought there. Go for it, bro.
Well, I just want to say, because we're getting way past where we wanted to go, but there are certain things you want the backstory on. You mentioned Chucky. You know, having the Jason backstory immediately up front in Friday the 13th was the way to go. Knowing Freddy's story as it evolves is great for Nightmare on Elm Street. Michael Myers having a backstory completely threw everything off the goddamn rails. So there is that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rob. I like you. You're a good dude. But no. Chucky having a backstory. We all knew he had a backstory, and it's perfect. So I love that they did that. The Grinch didn't need a backstory. I liked him as just the heel that has the realization that he's being a dick. I like that. I'm not saying... I honestly like the Jim Carrey Grinch because it gave kids an option if they don't want to go see Santa Claus. They can go to Universal and go see Grinchmas, which is what my son likes to do. He's kind of over. I mean, he's 14. He's kind of over the let's go see Santa and do the whole thing. He does anyway because I work for the mouse and I make him. But there's options there. Certain characters, certain heels need a backstory. Certain heels don't. I think the Grinch is one of those that doesn't. You know. It's just me, you know, Martin Short's Jack Frost doesn't really have a backstory. He's just a jealous prick. Mm-hmm. But there is a Jack Frost movie, I think from Rankin Bass, if I'm not mistaken, Jay, that we get the reason why he's such a frosty old schmuck. So it's good. Yeah. As long as the reason's justifiable, it doesn't completely undermine the original intent of the story, I'm all for it.
There you go. James, were there any other movies you wanted to bring up before we go to Noah?
Those are my only two. I was going to also meme and say my favorite movie is, what the heck's that called? I believe it was pronounced Dismember.
Oh, recently. Yeah.
That is a joke.
That was okay.
Oh,
That was
I
okay.
think
It was
he's trying to
fine.
go December to Dismember.
Oh, that
No,
awful
I'm
paper.
kidding, I'm
Okay.
kidding, I'm kidding,
So,
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
As we turn it over to Noah, you're trying to get Noah to rant. That's what you're trying to do, James.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
I will say that the ECW TV episode that was formed out of the card December to Dismember in 1995 or 6, whatever it was, decent show. The WWE pay-per-view needs to be Bruno status for everybody except JJ, because no.
Yes, I agree.
No, Vince, that's bad Vince. All right.
It was a joke.
Go ahead, Noah.
Got him and fired Vince.
I don't watch movies. But
You know what, Noah? See, I knew you were
He
gonna.
said but.
I was gonna say I knew he was gonna do this to me. I know there was a time in your life before wrestling entered your universe where you would sit down and watch Frosty and Rudolph and all those things too.
It's the reroll.
Don't start, James.
Damn it. I'm sorry. Wait, what did he say?
Sorry.
Y'all stop and let Noah answer. Y'all suck. JJ's trying to run this show in a timely fashion. Y'all are terrible.
Screw that. Shoot, we've already gone and freaking overtime. What the hell? All right, fine. I'll peel the curtain before I was purely wrestling. Why? When I was once a wee lad, there were family traditions. Shut up. There were family traditions, to segue a little bit, where me and my family did get together and watch a couple movies. In particular, back when, this might really show how old I am and how much this generation knows. When the VHS was a thing and a VCR was your only form of media beyond cable, damn, Noah, you're tired. Where's your eggnog? Cable without the static. Shut up, Charlie. The very first Christmas movie I remember seeing was, you talked about Get the Cookie, it was definitely Jingle All the Way. It was Triple Time. That is one of those movies that still holds out for me as an all-time classic. Got me into the holiday and also made me realize what a wrestler was. With that scene in the factory and the mailman and the chase down the street at one point and just falling on the ice. I remember rewinding that over and over again, driving my family insane. So that's definitely up there as an all-time fave. Now, going more new school, God help anybody in the retail world that works in the electronics department during the holidays when you gotta see the same 4 damn movies all day, every day on freaking repeat. I had up to here with freaking Elf.
Amen, my brother.
God bless you people that still love that crap and believe that syrup and desserts and sugar and cookies are the only 4 damn food groups that matter. They don't.
They are.
They are.
This way, spread Christmas cheer is what, Noah?
I'm not going there. Damn it. Meanwhile, I will say this. Before Walmart killed it for me, Polar Express was definitely up there as one of my modern favorites.
Right.
Between the message of the movie and Christmas Comes to Town, going to the songs, that is definitely up there. I like the little dance number with the hot chocolate, hot, hot, hot. So, that movie had some fun moments too. But to kind of segue in what we'll talk about next, my all-time, it has to be. And it's an old school oldie from ABC Family Times. Every year, my family got together around the Christmas tree and watched A Year Without Santa Claus. I know every song from that movie still to this
Such a
day.
good one, yes.
And sometimes when it snows and I'm out there shoveling, if I'm not listening to an orchestrated version of Don't Fear the Reaper, I'm literally doing and singing the Snow Miser dance verbatim. So that's
awesome.
definitely the all-time number one. The only other one that really comes to mind, and this is again when I was a child, it was a Nickelodeon original. It was Olive, the Other Reindeer. I like the way that that dog had that spirit of Christmas, and it wasn't like she was like most people that owned a dog, but she felt like there was a purpose to show for her owner, and she saved the holiday. And I still find the mailman kind of funny. So just to wrap a bow on when I used to watch movies, those are up there for me. As far as what I watch now, the only one I've watched most recently was just because I went downstairs, A Year Without Santa Claus with my mother. And that's probably the only Christmas movie I've seen probably in the last 5 years.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Pretty good. A lot of good choices. Here's something shocking for y'all.
Uh-oh.
And it probably won't be shocking for Jeff because he knows the story, but I believe it was you, Big G, who brought up the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yes.
As huge as a Muppet fanatic as I am, I only saw that start to finish within like the last 5 years.
Wow.
Because
What? No,
for real.
Christmas Carol?
For Muppets, yeah. That one and Treasure Island, it took a long time for me to watch start to finish because of the fact that there's so many other versions of A Christmas Carol.
Right?
Okay.
That I was always immersed in. The two biggest ones being obviously Mickey's Christmas Carol, the true shill for Jeff's boss, and then the 1938 Reginald Owen one that had Gene Lockhart as Bob Cratchit. It had Kathleen Lockhart, his legitimate wife, as Emily Cratchit. It had June Lockhart, who played the mom on Lassie, as their oldest daughter, Martha. So it was a whole family affair there.
Okay.
So I always had those two that were really big in my life. That as much as I am into the Muppets, I kind of kept putting that one off. Like I owned it. I always owned it because I always had, whether it was VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, I always had my Muppets collection. But it just wouldn't get the view from me.
Okay.
But like I said, I've started watching it in the last 5 years or so. I do adore it. You know, it's a great telling of it. I love freaking Gonzo as Charles Dickens. Like, that's a nice touch because none of the other versions of A Christmas Carol have Charles Dickens in there narrating it. So the fact that the Muppets went there, I thought that was a nice little touch.
Right.
Clever.
And it really started the whole Gonzo-Rizzo relationship that would carry over some of the later movies there once Jim had passed away. You know, you didn't really see them as like that comedic duo prior to that movie. It really kind of started with that. So that was kind of a nice touch. Rudolph, Frosty, the Rankin Bass stuff. Me and Jeff have been discussing this off the air. What is it about Rankin Bass either making Santa a prick or a creep?
Right?
Can someone answer that to me?
No
I see Josh with his eyebrow arched like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Here's
Santa
what
Claus
I
is
get.
coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town with Mickey Rooney as the voice of Santa.
Oh, there it is.
If you sit on my lap today, a kiss, a toy is the price you pay. Okay, pedo.
Yeah.
It was the, what, 70s?
Doesn't matter. It
So
just
is Bill
doesn't.
Cosby's
It
Trap
doesn't
Impressions.
hold up well with age.
No.
It does not hold
At
up
the
well
20
with age.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Santa is going to completely ignore a town because of a letter that one mouse writes. Frosty the Snowman. Granted, Professor Hinkle is a prick.
Big old dick.
He's a villain. He deserves to get what's coming to him. But to have to write, I am very sorry for what I did to Frosty 100 million times, and then maybe, just maybe, he'll get something for Christmas. Santa's already in town, homie. He's already on his journey. He is already in your city. There is no way he can accomplish that, Santa. Dick move. And then Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The entire hour, Santa
Yeah.
is nothing but a grade A
Right
dick.
prick to Rudolph.
From the minute we first meet him coming in to see Donner and his brand new baby boy,
Yeah.
he doesn't sit there talking about how great it is that Donner is a father. He bursts into a song about himself, bragging and boasting.
That's a dick move.
Reindeer games. Oh, such a shame. That was a good takeoff, too, just because he's got a discolored nose. All the way up till the very, very end. The only reason he wants to use Rudolph is because it benefits Santa.
Terrible.
How's that for a retrospective, kids?
That's
That's
it.
why the 1998 one's better.
So that's so now y'all are educated. When you go watch these movies every year, you realize The only Santa that's not a dick that you can see every single year because he goes out of the way to not be a dick when he's on the air is Santa Meech.
Hey, listen, it's the Caucasian holiday agenda. Don't worry about it.
You have to say.
And if you know, you know.
I will, JJ.
Yes.
There is one exception to the Rankin Bass
Okay.
thing. Life and Adventures of Santa Claus.
Okay, you notice I didn't mention that one for reasons.
Yeah.
I mentioned the ones where he was...
The majority of them is what he said. So.
I know, that's what I'm giving you an example of one
There-
reason not.
Even the sun shines on a dog ass every now and again, okay? Like, for real.
When are we gonna get to Santa?
Even a
with
blind squirrel can find
muscles?
his nuts once in a while.
Hey, I said that.
I know you did. And it was good, so I stole it.
Okay, well,
Good shit, Cal. Take that and run with it.
When are we gonna talk about
All right.
Santa with
Yes.
muscles?
So as I knew we would, we're going to end up running a little bit past, but that's fine. We're going to take one more quick intermission, and then we're going to come back and talk about Christmas traditions.
Yeah.
This is everything that you guys can look forward to starting on the 1st on the Casa D18 Studios channel.